Salah, Hazard, who's better? Welcome to Unbiased Sports, and I thought I'd switch it up today and do a little video that I'm going to start doing, and it's called Player versus Player. Now, unbiased player versus player, and today we're going to be doing Salah versus Hazard. And the reason I'm doing this is because obviously the big news has broke that at the age of 32 Hazard has retired from professional football. And it's a sad one the way his career ended, because he was such a good player. Like, I used to hate the guy. Obviously he played for Chelsea. Obviously being an Arsenal fan, we almost got him as well. Wenger almost got him, one of the many list of players that Arsenal almost got. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's quite sad how it ended. Like, he didn't get to the pinnacle that everyone thought, I think, that he would have got to. Now, for me, this comparison is going to be a huge comparison, because they're obviously going to be named as two of the best wingers in the Premier League of all time. It's a debate that's been going on for years now. Now, it's a tough one for me, because I'm a firm believer that when you get to a certain level of player that are quite neck and neck, it always ends up going down to personal preference. You'll never get a definitive answer in certain cases. Certain players, there's no argument with it, but certain players, you'll never get a definitive answer. Half the people will say Salah, half the people will say Hazard. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's many other positions that you can say that about. But for me, in this one, by the end of the video, I'm going to give my thoughts on this. Before that, I'm going to speak about both of the players, but my thoughts are never the right thoughts, and I'm not exactly going to always choose a player. I'm going to talk about it in certain circumstances. So, first of all, let's go through their Premier League era. Let's go through some of their stats, because like, people love stats. I'm not a huge stat guy. I'm a bit like middle. Stats do matter, of course, but like, I'm also on the thing of eye test and watching a guy and what he does and stuff like that. Now, when we talk about this in this series, the final is going to be, I'm going to have one which I choose for prime season, and one I'm going to say for career. Now, these are very different for me, because there's people that have had a few prime years that are just superbly better than a lot of people, but their career wasn't all there due to other circumstances. So yeah, let's get into it. In the Premier League, let's talk about the stats. Appearances, right? Appearances. I've got them here. I'm not a mathematician. I don't remember them. So if I'm looking away for 2 seconds, it's because I'm looking at the stats. We've got Salah on 239 appearances to Hazard's 245. So it's neck and neck on the appearances, right? This doesn't say about minutes. I'm assuming, I shouldn't really assume, but I'm guessing that Salah's minutes are a lot higher than Hazard, because Hazard used to get injured all the time. But maybe not, you'll be surprised. But goals, Salah 144 and Hazard 85. And then assists, we got 63 for Salah and 54 for Hazard. Now, this is all seasons, right? Now, for some reason, I'm not sure if this is all seasons as a player or all seasons in a Prem. Now, regardless of that, just off them stats, straight away, Salah slaps you in the face. He's destroyed him on goals, and they're neck and neck, and Salah's even ahead of him on assists. But this is where I'll give some credit to Hazard. The stuff that Hazard used to do, the way that he used to dribble through teams, not players, teams. The way he used to dissect teams, I don't think we've seen many players do that in the Premier League, ever. There's a handful. I think Hazard, on his day, was one of the top players to ever play in the Premier League, in my opinion. And I wasn't a huge Hazard guy. Like, I hated him because he played for Chelsea. I hated him. But you hate him for a reason. If you hate a rival player that much, you know why. It's because they always perform. against your team. They've put you through nightmares. Why do you think I hate Didier Drogba? Fucking can't stand the guy. He's a baller, that's why. And he tortured my team. The same with Wayne Rooney and many other players. Same with Harry Kane, to be honest, the piece of crap. But yeah, so listen, when you're talking about it like that, you got to go Hazard. Don't get it twisted. I've seen Salah sit players down for fun. He's gone through his stints of like disgusting. It's not the same. I also think Salah is more of a vocal point in front of goal for Liverpool than Hazard ever was for Chelsea in the systems that he played in. I think that counts. You've got to count that. Hazard in them years in this Liverpool team might have had more goals. Maybe not, but maybe so. It's stuff that you can't really always compare because different times, different teams, different eras, different play styles and all that. The Prem is different now to how it was back when Chelsea had Hazard. It wasn't even that long ago, but even in that space of time, it's changed a lot. So for me, listen, accolades in themselves, league titles, Champions Leagues and that, I don't like going off too much. They've both won both Champions League and League, so that's all that matters to me. So, going down to the nitty gritty now. Who do I think was the better player? By the way, I want you guys to all comment below who you think is the best player and like and subscribe. So, if I was to say who has been better as a whole in their career, I'm gonna have to go with Mo. Mo Salah for me, I think the stats, what he's done to turn Liverpool round, you have to give him, you have to commend him and you have to say fair fucking play. He is a baller. Probably one of the best wingers ever to play in the Premier League. Some people say the best. I wouldn't. But he's up there. If I was to say now, the second part, a player, one season of prime ability, fully fit and everything, I'll have to go with Hazard. Now a lot of people are probably going to be going, what? That's just my opinion. We're all allowed opinions. It's football. It's an opinion-based sport. I think that if I was building a team and I could get them from their prime in my team, I would want Hazard with no injuries. So there you have it. That's my thoughts, my opinions on this first player versus player, Mo Salah versus Hazard. Let me know below who you would have gone for. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right, whatever you think, let me know below. And also let me know who you support. Give me suggestions for the next player versus player. I'm going to be trying to bring out more of these with more different concepts and ideas. Might even do a manager versus manager and stuff, team versus team. I want to make this a real thing. So guys, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember to comment. Unbiased Sports. Peace.